Hey guys, you know that at Marc-On, one of our main goals is to make sure that the people in our community are protecting themselves if they need to, right? We want to make sure that anybody that comes into our store is able to use their firearm to defend themselves, whether at home or out in public with their concealed carry license. So, kind of along with that is we're making sure that we're practicing all of those methods, right? So men, depending on what holsters you're using or the styles that you're carrying, if you're using a bag similar to this as well, make sure that you are practicing with the methods that you are carrying. I have a variety of different ways that I'm carrying my firearm every day, depending on my outfit, because as women, it's a little bit harder to find options to be able to confidently and comfortably carry. We're not always wearing belts like men are, so it's a little bit more difficult. But men, this is the same for you as well. If you're carrying in a bag, you have to be able to practice it regularly. We don't want to see people just coming in here on the range and practicing just drawing from a holster to be able to have a faster draw and feel more confident in a defensive situation. We also want to see you coming in here and practicing drawing from a bag or a backpack or things like that that you might be carrying on a daily basis. When you're in a defensive situation, we want to make sure we're using as many large motor skills as possible. Those fine motor skills are what makes it hard to be able to perform those functions quickly and confidently. So a kind of an idea with that, if you're carrying with a bag, make sure you kind of think about the ins and outs of that bag, whatever it may be, before you start to carry with it, right? Okay, so I'm going to give you a little example. This is one of the bags that I carry with. Of course, we've got this front little pocket just for storing whatever. We've got this middle pocket here again, just for storing whatever I might need on a daily basis. And then we've also got a separate compartment where my firearm is stored. Notice that there's nothing else in there. My firearm's not in there right now either, but notice that there's nothing else in that compartment. It is only for my gun to make sure that I'm carrying as safely as possible. There is a trigger guard here, and with that trigger guard, that's where my gun fits in so that my trigger is being blocked at all times. My gun is not going to go off unless I pull it out of my bag and pull the trigger myself. So make sure that when you're storing your firearm in a bag for concealed carry purposes, that it's in a separate pocket by itself, and that it has some sort of holster or trigger guard to cover that trigger so that nothing is going to accidentally be inserted into there and pull the trigger. Okay, so now with the zippers, that's kind of our main focus here, okay? So notice that the pocket that has just my everyday stuff, my zippers are in the back here. That's something that I'm not in a rush. I can very easily reach around to this pocket, pull the zipper, and be able to get out whatever I need, okay? Then I'm making sure that I'm taking that zipper and I'm bringing it back to the back here. Those zippers stay here. My firearm zipper is going to stay on a separate side so that if I had to use my gun in a defensive situation, I am able just to reach with my hand, pull that zipper as quick as I can, and reach in and pull my firearm out. That's the goal there. I don't want to have additional zippers there that I might have to fumble with or try to play or have those fine motor skills to be able to open that pocket. I want one zipper in that location. I know exactly where I'm going and can pull it as fast as I need to. You'll also notice that I took off this piece for this second zipper down here, because if I'm pulling these zippers as fast as I can with my large motor skills, I don't want to accidentally pull this zipper and pull both at the same time and end up closing that zipper back up. So when I'm focusing on drawing my firearm from my bag and practicing those maneuvers, I have one zipper, I can grab it and open and reach in and grab my firearm. There's no chance that I'm going to grab the wrong zipper or accidentally close the zipper after I've already opened it. The goal with this is just like I stated, those fine and large motor skills. When you're in a defensive situation, your brain is going to resort to your lowest level of training. So why do we encourage practicing? Because your body has done those movements over and over and over again. You're going to get more confident and more comfortable with them. Your brain will naturally be able to resort to those movements when you're in a fight or flight situation, when you're in a defensive situation. So practice these things, get used to doing them slowly at first and building up speed until you can do it without thinking about it. And then if you ever, God forbid, have to defend yourself with your firearm, it's easy for you, as easy as possible, because we want to make sure that you're staying confident, comfortable, safe as much as possible. You can practice these things in our private instruction classes. If you have any questions, we have some new bags coming in, men and women alike. We also have a variety of different ideas and styles and things that we can help you with so that you can carry every single day. That's what we want the habit to become. Building that habit, protecting ourselves and protecting our family. So if you have any questions, definitely let us know. Drop something in the comments. If you have other ideas that you've maybe thought of, stop into the store and ask us some questions. You guys know we've got some awesome people here that can help you out with any of that. So let us know, and we look forward to hearing your ideas as well. Thanks, guys.